Hello, my friends. Reverend Dave here. Just wanted to call and say hi and let you know that I wanted to talk a little bit about apathy today. Now, there's an old joke. You probably all heard it. It said, "What's the difference between ignorance and apathy?" And the answer, of course, is I don't know and I don't care. So that's a pretty bad joke, but that's what it boils down to. Ignorance is I don't know what the answer is, and apathy means I really don't care what the answer is. But when it comes to politics, and I don't normally discuss politics because it stirs up a lot of wrath with a lot of people, and people don't really want to argue about politics, or of course they don't want to argue about religion too, and that's something I talk about very passionately. But I don't believe in religion so much as I believe in having that relationship with God. But with apathy, I realize a lot of people think, well, my vote doesn't really count. I'm just one person. But if we all have the attitude that my vote doesn't count, nothing gets accomplished. So I want to encourage you. It's coming up in primaries. I know that the Iowa caucus, I think, is in about a month. Um, and people are talking about presidential contenders and who's running for office and who's saying what. And we had a press conference last night with the president on the State of the Union address. And, um, he says he regrets that the parties are further apart than before when he came in office. And um, the Republican rebuttal was, yes, but we have created part of the problems ourselves. And people on the commentary were saying, no, she shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't have done this. But yes, it's all of our problems. And we need to take personal care to make sure that our voice is heard. And does that mean we all have to run for office? No, of course not. We all can't run for office. But we need to elect people who have a like mind as close, as similar to our own as possible. And the majority will rule. But when people say, well, I really don't care, I really don't want to vote, it's kind of a waste of time because I'm just one vote. That's the wrong attitude. We all need to vote. So I'm urging people today that when you get a chance, go out and register to vote because it is important. And one person can make a difference. Tell Martin Luther King Jr. that he was just one person and that his voice didn't make a difference. Made a difference to millions of people. And tell George Washington that he was just one person out of a large group of people, that he could make a difference. He did make a difference. And through people throughout history, people like Helen Keller, who have had a disability, a grievous disability, and yet she made an impact on the world. So many of us take our debilitating problems as a reason why we can't serve God or our citizens or ourselves, and that's just an excuse. God's been taking people who have problems for years. The one recording I made, I don't know, a month and a half ago, talks about how Moses had a stuttering problem. He had a problem talking. He didn't want to go to Pharaoh, and trust me, he wasn't Charlton Heston. He wasn't a good-looking guy with strong backs and muscles and all of that. He was probably a little scrawny guy that had very little going for him because he had God behind him, he did great things. David was just a young boy when he was called to be the king of Israel. And yet he was a womanizer, he was a adulterer, and a murderer. But God called him a man after his own heart. Samson was a womanizer. He was very strong. But when he lost his hair, he lost it all. So we need to have faith in God and realize that it's the God using us for the purpose of getting his message out then we need to accomplish things. Anyway, I'm encouraging you to don't say, I'm not going to care and I'm not going to do anything about it. That's the wrong attitude. Do something about your situation. Vote. Doesn't matter to me who you vote for, just make sure you vote. And vote your conscience and vote for somebody as close to like yourself or somebody you admire as possible. If that happens, then good things will happen. Take care, have a great blessed day, and God bless you. Bye-bye.